My name is Clara Schindler. I'm the product manager for cash management at Pleo. We help teams move from reactive cash management to proactive control so that cash really becomes a lever for growth. We see that the big shift that's happening is teams are moving from hindsight to foresight. So finance is expected to steer the business in real time, and the environment punishes slow decisions. Our research found that 2 in 5 business leaders don't feel confident in the financial agility of their company. What's behind this lack of confidence is not a lack of data, it's a lack of trusted data, basically. They are all challenges, but they share a core problem, which is fragmentation and manual work. We see finance teams getting stuck doing data plumbing instead of decision making. In our customer conversations, we learned that teams are using sometimes more than 3 tools or platforms to manage cash. Then it's no surprise that it becomes really hard to consolidate a view across all of those tools, sometimes taking up to 5 hours a week for teams to do that. Untrusted fragmented data, which turns subscriptions into a blind spot or FX volatility into costly decisions. The opportunity behind that is if teams can consolidate the view and automate the underlying mechanics, then the finance teams can really do what only finance teams can do. Behind decision paralysis is a combination of uncertainty and high stakes. So in a volatile environment, the cost of being wrong goes up and the cost of waiting goes up too. By the time you update a manual spreadsheet, the window to act has closed. Finance teams know this. At the same time, they struggle to trust that the data they have reflects reality today. Pleo research found that 70% of businesses say that tools that unlock real-time decision-making is vital for business success. So it's pretty clear what finance leaders are asking for. They want decision speed with confidence. To unlock that, they need to turn raw transactions into actionable intelligence. For example, surfacing early if there's a risk of a declined payment, or identifying if there's any surplus cash that could be put to better use elsewhere. Pleo tackled expense management early on, but we realized that finance teams need a full suite of financial tools to navigate today's market. A platform that unifies every payment and every account in one place. Our signal to move in that direction was that we saw Pleo teams could control spend, but they were still relying on multiple platforms and spreadsheets to answer basic liquidity questions. For example, which accounts should fund what? Do we have enough liquidity to fund invoices and payroll? And where are we exposed to FX cost? Modern cash management means 3 things. First is visibility, consolidating all of your accounts and currencies in one place. The second is automation, having smart rules to move money around with guardrails in place. And the third is optimization, reducing avoidable costs, for example, FX, and putting surplus cash to work without compromising on liquidity. For us, it was a natural next step to move from spend management to cash management, because every spend decision is a cash decision. I think we'll see finance teams moving towards the direction of a model of autopilot with human oversight. What I mean by that is that we'll see manual reconciliation, manual cash movements dramatically shrink, and finance teams spending more and more time putting in place guardrails and controls. Instead of looking back and answering what did we spend, finance teams will be looking ahead with AI-driven foresight to answer what will we spend, and in that way do very specific scenario planning and become a true risk mitigation hub for the company. To prepare for that future, finance teams should be looking at consolidating their cash, entities, currencies all in one place. They should be looking at automating as much as possible the cash movements with guardrails in place. And third, they should be looking at foresight, so gathering real-time insights, doing continuous forecasting, and stress testing different scenarios. I'm really excited about the future of cash management because once the basics are automated, finance teams can really become a strategic business partner.